Hello, everybody, and welcome back to last time we looked at we set up oxygen, we set up food, we set up research, we set up a couple rooms just to start the morale thing. We set up polluted water storage, yada yada. Currently not managing any of that, but that is perfectly fine. As today we're gonna stabilize our O2. To start off with, how much oxygen are we producing? It's 40 gas per second. And there should be a stat line somewhere. Yeah, report. So if we look at the past couple days on this report, and I know reports, I keep hitting buttons and there's new scary things behind each button. Don't worry, it only gets worse. Nevertheless, this is just telling you things like how much food you've made, how stressed people are getting, how diseased people are getting. Very helpful during the cross American trail game. God, what is that called? Who knows? Case. Anyways, so it also gives percentages of how long people are spending doing things. So you want to get that travel time down, but it's pretty rough. And then down here is what I was looking for, the oxygen generation. So we're producing 57.6 kilograms of oxygen and losing 42.1. They're losing 99.6, which is a net loss, and that's something that we don't really want to have happen. Looks like yeah, it's just one cycle of the stuff, but nevertheless, we're gonna let this cycle play through. We're gonna keep an eye on it. And we're probably going to need better oxygen generation, unfortunately. The other problem is the carbon dioxide. They're just not producing enough of it. I could try to produce more, but it sounds like a null problem, if you know what I mean. Anywho, let's get back into research. Something that I wanted to get started today is setting up better research, which I've already done. Wow, okay. My notes, horrible, terrible. I definitely want to get some better plumbing and some air equipment going. So we're gonna start with some sanitation, and then we're gonna pop right into, oh, look at that, I already have air systems. This is so cool. Do I have a filter? Is there a filter? Where is the filter? Do you see the filter? You see the filter. Dora says, scream at me. I do not see my gas filter. Is it down here? Shut off. Valve. Liquid valve. Is it over here with automation? HVAC. I swear, I play this game a lot. I love this game. It's like my favorite game ever. I swear, don't go. I swear. Don't look at me like that. Good dirty luck. Am I losing my mind, team? Team, I think this is it for me. I think it's over. It, for some reason, in liquid stuff? Because it hates me? It is! Yes, no, you can consume my buttocks there. Anyways, we're gonna go into researching that, and then we're gonna edit now that we're getting... Oh, the mess hall's already set up. This is amazing! Sweet. Well, in that case, we're just gonna start setting up our better research. I know I put this water cooler in. We're actually gonna move it over in a rec room. So we set up a rec room. Sweet. We're gonna go ahead and toss it over here. Gonna put in that, and then put in just one plant. I'm gonna make everybody so happy with us, and I love it. Oops, I'm gonna pump up that speed a little bit, and then Luther's gonna start working his way downward. We're gonna try to explore down here as soon as we can, and then we're actually gonna deconstruct this guy. We're gonna move this ladder over. Because we're gonna try to get in another tile here. And we're gonna set up some supercomputer automation. Not automation, not yet, I wish. This is just our upgrade research building. So if you remember last episode, I was talking a little bit about how the novice research is done with the station we're currently using, which is what he's working through right now. But the advanced research to get through pretty much anything here is going to require this supercomputer. So that's why we're getting it set up right now. Awesome possum. Luckily, there's no room needed for any of that, so we're just going to use that light to help with researching. Let's see. My ration box remains in a sterile atmosphere, which is always nice and helpful. And we're almost finished with getting these farm tiles set up, which is also nice. We're going to set up some ladder thing. Ooh, they're under skill point. That's something we haven't looked into yet. So we pop open the pretty pot here. We've got duplicate skills. If you take a look at all the different things that they do, you'll be able to see. So basically, sorry, overview of the skills. For the most part, these are different job classes that will simply give them little bonuses, like advanced research makes them use the computer faster. The cost, however, for these awesome buffs is that now my dupes will need a morale, otherwise they'll start getting stressed out, which you don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and be a little bit more careful with what I do, but I do like these bonuses, so we're going to start working. This guy, right now, Lamb's doing their digging. I believe he's set for construction. So we're actually going to improve his construction a little bit, and then we'll get into his lobbed stuff here in a second. He receives a little morale boost for learning it, which is very nice. Very helpful. Yeah. And now that we've got that going on, you guys aren't ready for what's next. Bigot hats. Here they go, here they go. Look at them go. Yeah, what I'm talking about right there. There's also certain things that are locked behind this. For instance, digging things like firm materials or super firm materials. Ooh, you just learned how to do something. Is locked behind these three. So I have to have them unlocked if I'm going to do anything about them. Let's go ahead and get his hat going through. Look at them all. Look at them all. They're so excited. Oh, incredible. And then we're actually going to toss in another tile here. Probably get that auto bottler. Ooh. You're not stuck, are you, Lamb? Not yet. No, you will be. Just a little micromanaging, just a little bit, that's all. We'll pick out this tile. There we go. And bada bing, bada boom. And how's our mess hall doing? Still waiting. We're getting things sorted out, which is perfectly fine. That comes the end of our cycle. Let's take a little look-see through to, I believe that was the end of our cycle. But no, we just learned to research. That's what that little noise prompt was. I swear I've played this game before. Promise. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and copy this building, get another one tossed in. And then how are we doing on oxygen? It's pretty rough down here because there's lots of carbon dioxide, but these guys are producing oxygen based off of it, which is very, very helpful. Also producing included water, which luckily we're getting sorted over here. I want to wait till this is more built before I get that fully sorted. I'm going to go ahead and sweep up all of this liquid. That's just all over the ground, because it's going to be helpful just a little later. Especially because I want to make sure this is water. And we can turn on auto bottle, which will make it so these guys are super ready. Awesome, awesome, y'all. It's time for another blueprint. Let's see, do we have anything that I want? Operating's fun, cooking's good. He's got extra air consumption rate, which is scary. Rust isn't super useful right now. It's a little iron oxide, but getting that taken apart just requires a lot more research than I have, so we're just going to jump right into those hatch eggs. Hatches are little guys that we were looking at yesterday. They're super fun, but not terribly useful. So now that we've got that all set up, we're gonna go ahead and set up some food production. Now that we're finally getting our little meal lice. To start off with food production, the first thing you want to do is pop into your consumables tab. You don't want them eating the raw meal lice, because it's kind of gross. So, we'll hold off on that, and then we'll go ahead and get, is it the micro musher? I believe so, yeah. This is the one that produces the disgusting little bits of food. While we're here, we're gonna go ahead and set up my man's Luther here for cooking, farming, as well as mining, because, yeah, he needs it. He's the one that does it best. Awesome possum. Looks like we finished up that research. So now we can go ahead and get our filtration systems done. I'm mad that it's not done already. The filtration will allow me to filter out things like carbon dioxide, oxygen, which is going to be very helpful for what we are doing. Yeah. Speaking of which, as long as I'm just shoving things wherever I can fit them, we're going to go ahead and set up another station. This one is the crafting station. Where am I gonna put this? We got idle dupes. We're gonna go ahead and dig right up here. Awesome. A tile right here. Send our power directly upward. That should be very helpful. Luther, you doing okay? Oh, they can't eat. Because I refuse to let them, and I believe they're on break. Oh, there's just no food left. How did I let this happen? I can't believe I've done this. Right, team, don't worry. We're gonna need some food, and everything's gonna be a-okay. Go ahead and allow them to have meal ice just for a second, just so they're not starving on me. There we go. Insect. It's like they planned that. And then after they wake up, be working directly on organizing all of this stuff. So the crafting station, a useful bit about it is it can make little masks, which will be very helpful when we start running into non-oxygenated areas. Especially down here where there's a lot of chlorine gas, etc., etc. Eventually what we're going to want to do is, later on in research, we can get like full exosuits, which will be very helpful. But for the time being, we're just going to get testing. I would like for them to finish this room over here. I'm gonna up that priority so Luther runs over there. Look at him go, he's so good. You're digging through. Good. And secondly, Luther, we're gonna prioritize. Sweet. We're gonna get a plant in here, and if I'm right, probably doesn't do it. Actually. This just improves morale just a little bit, which is fine. We don't need to improve that much. But it'll be pretty over here. And my oops will like pop up that speed a little bit. You're doing a little rough on y'all. It's fine. When we get down here, we're gonna clean this up. Everything's gonna turn out a-okay. I know it's not easy to breathe over there. It's kind of the point. And you can see our liquid lock is mostly working. Because this carbon dioxide isn't able to like go where this water is. Which means that it's all going to stay stuck over there. Which hopefully will remain true. Top priority on this just to make sure. And then these guys also want to up the priority on. Because there are oxygen generation. And if you remember from our Colony reports? Yeah, we are still losing oxygen. We're generating more than we did, but we are still losing a bunch of it. These guys breathe so much. Stop breathing so much. Okay. I didn't want polluted water, actually. I prefer that didn't happen. I don't know who said you could do that, but it wasn't me. Please come sweep it up before I have a heart attack. Yes, the research is finished. You're doing your bottle thing. And then there's a way to stop this. Yeah. I just turn off the water, turn it back on, disable the auto bottle, and we're good to go. Put the water out of place. Let's. And then this guy, I want all the polluted water going to. And then cancel this one. So the water stays wet, essentially. There's not a lot of water down here. There we go. Now we have polluted water storage. And somebody's probably gonna have to run down there to deal with the rest of that, but you know what? They'll be okay. We're gonna auto harvest a couple of these guys. Pick up some more nut fruit as we are currently behind on calories. And then we're gonna go ahead and set up our light slope forever. Now that that's set up, we're gonna go ahead and pop back to these consumables and turn that off. Doing okay, Luther? You got soggy feet, buddy. You look so sad about it. Is this liquid lock working for me? It sure is. Let's enable auto bottle and pop that up quick, just to make sure that we actually have enough water in there. This is definitely not y'all. It's getting rough. Definitely need more water in here. Prevent that polluted oxygen from getting out. It's gross. Got food poisoning. Oh, that's just the outhouse. Food poisoning doesn't really leave through polluted oxygen, but my cubes don't like breathing it in. They're gonna get pretty mad at me about it. I know you aren't feeling this. There we go. Alright, colonies is being managed. Not very well. Told y'all I was bad at this game. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and let them finish getting all that sorted. And I will be back in just a moment. Alright, y'all. After a little bit of time, I gave my duplicants a chance to clean up and get everything finished set up. So we have our little liquid lock here. And as you can see, all this polluted water, what it does is it off-gases, which means that it produces polluted oxygen, which is just icky. So this liquid lock is making sure it stays over here. That way we get rid of all our polluted water and it doesn't just build up. But also, it has a place to be that's not gonna stink up my whole base. Alright? Aside from that, we haven't done much other than run around and make our first little bit of lice loaf, which is just sitting on the ground over here. 170 calories. A little bit more meal lice. We should be able to make more. Ideally, feeding my entire colony based off of lice loaf. Oh. Awesome, possible. Now it's blueprint time, and I've realized that we need something. There's nobody here for it right now. Doctoring and farming is cool and all that, but we want somebody who's particularly good at hauling stuff around. So, for the meantime, we're just going to pick up some algae and keep rolling around. Aside from that, I've also come to the realization that my duplicants are doing a lot of things that can be easily automated. I think it's about time I start automating that kind of stuff. Specifically, moving this water around. So let's go ahead and get that started. Oh, and in order to do that, we're going to need a bunch more power. Which is awful. One problem with power is it's hot. Eventually that heat is going to end up causing a problem for my entire base. So we're going to take it and we're going to try to stick it somewhere a little farther away from the rest of my base. Let's see, it's probably better to stick it up high somewhere. I think we're just going to ascend over here in a straight line. And then the main issue is this algae terrarium. They produce oxygen based off carbon dioxide. What I'm planning on doing is running a coal generator because it's one of the best power. Yeah. In order to do that, it produces carbon dioxide, which is super helpful for these algae terrariums. And could help get my oxygen generation back into the positive. We'll make it happen someday. Sticking right around it, we have one too many groups. Which makes sense. How are we doing? We're doing better. It's bath time for day shift. Which is a little unfortunate. We need to do a little more cooking. Luther's on that day shift. There's that hatch eating away at some of that sandstone. We might take this algae terrarium setup that I have. Helps clear out a lot of that carbon dioxide that's going to be produced by our new power plant. Needs to say, this is all set up. We're going to stick up here. Two jumbo batteries. I'm gonna put it right there. And I sort of want every other tile to be actually requires a lot of copper. Be very important, but also will be very helpful. We can take some of this water and pump it over. Water here. And I want to dig it really high. I'm just making sure that I'm touching germs over here. I don't want to be doing that. That'll work as a room too. And we actually want to. Alright, there we go. You want to dig away a few of these areas. And then we'll set up an algae terrarium. If 5 is handling 2 dupes, I'm probably going to want 7 to handle 3 dupes. Let's work on that, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these. Take away there. There. And then we're going to want a little light switch sitting right above them. And isn't gonna be able to shine like we bring it down. Let's see this. So these lights 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Which means I need to be specifically I need to have the light 2 up from them. So I'll build that. Need you to keep digging. Because we're actually going to toss in a set of tiles here. And I'm going to want this algae. So we're going to set in a tile right there. Gotta keep an eye on it. Not a ton of it left. We're going to dig away at this guy and this guy. To set up a big command right now because that way Lamb gets to it. He's fast at that stuff. We're gonna roll through it. then we're gonna toss in a ceiling light, yeah, right there. And that should shine light on all of the terrariums that we're gonna move up there. That should help mitigate carbon dioxide reduction that we're gonna be doing. Now look at all that blue reduction. Oh, grody. We'll get that cleaned out soonly. Soonly. We'll get that cleaned out shortly. Don't you worry. Oh, there goes my dog. It's impossible. Sweet. Alright, we have gotten some of that research set up. Oh. We will get this. We still have enough muck root to keep us learning for a little bit. Meal is going slow but sure. Looks like they have half the life loaf made. Killing me, Smalls. Oh, look at these bristle blossoms. There's so many shine bugs in here. You keep that in mind. They're stuck right now, so this could be very nice if I wanted to set up a bristle blossom farm. Maybe at some point, but gotta be careful with my water. Right, so right now I have algae terrarium consuming water, and bristle blossoms also consume water. And if I do both, they could be problematic. We're gonna want to... Well, that is set dry. I would like you to clean out that outhouse, please. Blue's on disinfect. No, clean out house. Blue. Blue, I prefer if you clean that. We're gonna disable disinfect on this, because it's not gonna matter too much for us. Just as long as you are cleaning yourself on your way out, which you'll be able to see in just a sec. You see how he's covered in germs? Just a second. He's gonna get rid of most of them. Very cool. Uh-oh. When did this happen? Who did this? I swear. That is no germs. We're gonna go ahead and tell my dupes to disinfect this right away. Can't take your time, Blue. It's not like anybody's gotta use that or anything. Sweet. Now we're just trying to get this all set up. And oh, I missed it, but you can see Blue no longer has any service germs at all. Hey, safety. That is their food sources, and they're all gonna get sick because of it here in just a second. What is it that has muck root? Must have been from over here. A lot of food poisoning on it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some micromanaging here to try to clean up that muck root. Look, we've finally finished that research thing. Go ahead and set up our coal generator up here. Go power there, and we'll extend it all the way down here. Now we're gonna go ahead and these terrarium, even if we keep them off. We're gonna manage these guys as well. Just because having two of them, these help like scrub the carbon dioxide that my tubes are breathing out over here. Apparently goes down here, and then it goes down here, because carbon dioxide descends in this game, which is super fun. Sweet. And then we need to take this out. Now we're going to start setting up our first little thing of plumbing. It's always best to wait until the save ends before you do anything like that. Sweet. And now we're going to do something a little funky. We're going to dribble the water through this liquid vent right here. And I'm actually missing an item that I need to finish this up. Obviously, setting up automation for this kind of stuff won't work super well at the moment. But there is something called a valve hiding somewhere, and it is extremely helpful because it just limits the amount of liquid. It limits the amount of liquid running through this pipe, and that way I can manage it by making it so it only consumes as much as these produce. And then the water going through here, the nice thing is this water is pretty cool. This area's a little warm. Unfortunately, this area's hot as heck. But the water dripping through should help keep this area cool while powering all these algae terraria. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and disable disinfect on that building. And disable disinfect on this building. Does it really? Alright, back to what we were managing. Guys, I know you're busy. I need you to get this done. It's going to cause a huge problem for the colony if your food is constantly covered in gross stuff. Working hard over here. I see it. Look at them go. Gotta get the research done, gotta get the food made, which look how much food we have now. See, I told you it was gonna be okay, y'all. That's enough food for like 3 days. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but I promise it's a little bit at the very least. Oh, and then we're also gonna need power on this. Using up a bunch? Yeah. That's it. Oop. There's that power. And then where's my valve? Not quite yet. Very soon. And then we are missing a skilled researcher to operate that guy. That's okay. Do we have any skills? Not yet. You don't know. You don't know. I need to get field research going, and we are almost there. Oh, blueprint time. Tidying and doctoring? Can't dig but can build like heck. That's kind of crazy. Jesus Christmas. Doctoring and strength. I want you. You're decreased medicine. Each battery seed is fine. Pacifist is fine. Alright, I think we have a new person. Awesome possum. This is incredible. We're gonna choose another friend of mine. Possum. Sweet. Awesome possum. And then we're gonna choose them. And right away, we have a new friend. Oh, incredible. Oh, that means I need to expand everything. Uh-oh. What if I killed them right now? No, I shouldn't do that. That's a bad idea. Bad idea. Here, we'll go ahead and start getting... First off, is she the morning person? I remember. Let's get her in a different schedule. We'll go ahead and put you on night shift. I don't think you care about it. Where you at? Oh, you're cooking away. Good on you. Bio. Standard duplicate. Cool. Hear the bell. Twinkle toes. Pacifist. Vomiter. Balloon artist. Oh, amazing. And then very good at supplying things, which is why when we put priorities through, you are going to work on tidying, you're going to be a doctor, and you're going to supply and store things. And that's going to be your job. You're going to get stronger than everybody else here. Wait, you're going to do great things. so impossible. Alright, we're rolling in the nights. Flat rate's still working because it's the night shift. You know what? I need to expand this too, don't I? Okay, you know what? Using my brain is not something I do regularly, so, yeah. Let's see. If I change this room to be small, that's new. Oh no, it's big. Okay. It's gotta be 12 tiles. Yeah. Perfect. It's us. It's me. We'll go into my kitchen. Another door right here. So, something I should have been doing is just leaving all of these open so they can get through easy. Yeah, then they don't have to stop and wait and open doors. My dupes are too lazy to open doors. Right, I am too. I told you. And then we're gonna get this. Stick that somewhere it shouldn't be. And then that's too small. I need it to be just a little larger. Good. That one. We're gonna take out this whole area. And we're in bed. Another bed. Yes, I know what goes on. Don't care. Deconstruct this. And then I want to set up a rec room nearby. You know what? If I move the bed over here, I can turn. Let's see. Is this a rec room area? So we're actually going to cancel this bed. Use secondary bedroom over. Don't mind me. Just clicking things. I'm great at clicking things. I'm the best to ever click things. And we're going to do a similar cantilever. And then I'll do it. Oopsie daisies, my bad. Do that. Fine. And a little bit of a boop. And and a doobly-doo. I have to move this farm somewhere. Down one block. Yeah, that could totally work. Alright, we're gonna do it. All it requires is dirt to live anyway. And then let's add 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need about 12 for 3 dupes. That's 4 per dupe. 4 times 4 is 16 meal wood. I think. Yeah, I did that math earlier. We trespassed me, right? Well. That's gonna make farming a bit more of a priority, but it will be a-okay. And then we're actually going to disable these buildings. I don't need them running quite yet. I'm not going to want them running until I have the rest of this infrastructure set up. Yeah, sweet. Alright, I'm getting into the deep, throw everything in the wall and see what happens kind of jazz, which I enjoy so much in this game. I really do. Look at that, I got a recreation room, we got 2 barracks. This is no longer a house because it needs a door. I'm gonna deconstruct that and I could just keep going forever, and that's what this game does to me, and it's terrible. It's why I'm so bad at it, honestly. But unfortunately, that's gonna have to wrap up this episode. We got a new friend. We've been upgrading our systems somewhat. We've been keeping track of them at the very least. Our new friend is really good at moving things, which is really cool. We're expanding ever so slightly. We're getting a power set up. I'm going to finish letting this set up, and then I'll have to catch you all next episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, however it might go. And be sure to come back next time to see me whale. Oh, it's gonna be a rough one. It truly is. Alright, thanks so much. See ya.